Hello everyone, I'm Tom64.
I'm the Flamethrower.
And I'm Richie.
And welcome to the final HellfireComms playthrough of 2021. We decided to go with something a little bit different, and well, you may be thinking to yourself, this looks exactly the same as all your other bloody content, but no! Sonic's Lego this time, motherfuckers! So, this is Lego Dimensions. It is a Toys to Life game, which essentially means you have a physical object, and you have little figures that you put on like a pad and whatnot, and it transfers them into the game you're playing. And they actually did a bunch of like character or franchise specific packs. And the one we're playing here is obviously Sonic the Hedgehog. And before we go any further, I would like to thank our mate Hedgehog for actually recording the game for us, because unfortunately I wasn't able to find a PS4, you know, thing with everything that I needed, but he had the 360 version, which may not run the best, but you know, beggars can't be choosers and whatnot. I'm just going to hazard a guess and say neither of you two have tried out Lego Dimensions before.
Definitely not.
To me, like, this is one of a ongoing series of Toys to Life things that were going on during like the mid 2010s, I want to say, because there was stuff like the Skylanders series was like the iconic one of this particular type of game, and there was also stuff like Disney Infinity, and I think there were a couple of others as well. And so to me it's just a bit much of an investment, especially given these character packs and that like this particular playthrough, there's quite a lot of stuff here, but not really enough to justify both buying a base game and buying a figure for me. Gotta say, that's kind of what filters me out of these little Toys to Life collections.
Oh, well, you shall never experience the wonders of Gandalf the Grey along with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous when you look at it, because so Lego Dimensions as a whole has games and characters from 30 different franchises.
It really is the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
Yeah, still not as many as Smash Bros, I don't think, so Sakurai can sleep well at night. His title has not yet been surpassed.
But it's quite interesting looking at sort of the history of Toys to Life, because I think everybody looks at Skylanders as being the one that originated it all, but it actually wasn't. There's 3 franchises that predate Skylanders. So you've got UB Funkies, Biobytes and Famps, which all existed between 2007 and 2011.
Huh.
But Skylanders is the one that pretty much everyone looks at because it is the one that popularised the Toys to Life thing, and that's what led to Disney Infinity and also the Amiibo.
Well, there you go. Yeah, there is a lot of similarities between Disney Infinity and Amiibo, but we've actually got a little bit of a story going on here. It's basically just Eggman being, "Oh, give me the Chaos Emerald," and Sonic is like, "No!" And then we continue like that for about an hour or so.
Basically, this is the epitome of what we now know as the meta-era writing, so I hope you're prepared for lots of little winks and nudges and full breaks and, you know, the kind of stuff which I can forgive here. I just wish it wasn't quite as much of a thing in the main series.
Yeah, well, we're in a different era of writing now, guys, and well, I guess we'll go into it more when we do the bonus video, which is a pretty long one, where we attempt to get all the golden bricks in Sonic's world. But yeah, keep an eye out and see how many Easter eggs and whatnot you can spot throughout this little thing. Hey, Shadow.
We will applaud whenever we see a reference. But yeah, I do like the fact that they did have Lego versions of quite a few of the characters, because this could have easily been a phoned-in Sonic and Eggman thing. Although I do have problems with what I've seen in the gameplay, and I'll get into that over the course of the playthrough, there's soul here at least. I feel like there were people at least wanting to make something cool with Sonic and his friends here, and that I can appreciate.
A plan.
Ooh,
Part of that
hey!
might be influenced by the fact that Tails is really, really cute in this LEGO format. But yeah, we had the throwback to Green Hill, and now we're going into Adventure as well. So that's another thing that I appreciate, the fact that they're not just using the safe picks for levels. They've got like Emerald Coast here, which hasn't been reused since Generations 3DS, so that's a lot of restraint with Sonic Team on that when it comes to reusing things.
Yeah, sorry, I was just, I was in the midst of nostalgia, because I actually got back not too long ago from seeing Spider-Man No Way Home, so, let's just say I'm kind of pining for the early 2000s right now. But, Flame, you brought up the facts of, the gameplay maybe not being as swell as it could be, and, bless him, bless Hedgehog, the provider of the gameplay. He's doing his best throughout this. This is actually a second take, because the first one was a bit too janky for me, and yeah, he went ahead and redid it, but unfortunately the physics are not Taxman level of quality. They are, from what I can tell, again, having not played the game, so, you know, take my opinion with a grain of salt, while Sonic just builds a ramp to drive his car over. Yeah, they're not the best, but they're serviceable for a game that basically does not have lives.
Yeah, I think what my problem is, like the root of my problem throughout this game, is the LEGO games. This has got a similar sort of gameplay going on to all of the more recent LEGO games, from LEGO Star Wars on and whatnot. It's got that, and the beauty of that for most of the standalone games was that they were adapting series that didn't really have an established gameplay style, and so they had the LEGO mechanics to kind of bring it into like a game. The problem is that Sonic already has a gameplay style that's established. We have an idea of what we want from Sonic. I feel like a lot of the LEGO mechanics are kind of at odds with that. You know, there's a lot of stopping to build things, which is usually quite endearing in terms of like the film adaptations and that. But for Sonic, that's not necessarily what I would want to see. And they're trying to bring in the fast gameplay. Like we see, you got the grinding there and the Sonic-like platforming and that. So it's kind of like an awkward compromise between the two things, and it just doesn't flow as well as I would like, personally.
Yeah, I can see that. I think the problem that you have got, yeah, is that you're trying to meld two things that, on a concept level in terms of the functionality, just don't work. Because, yeah, as you said, the whole point of the standard LEGO games is sort of slightly slow-paced platform or puzzler, with building things as you go and bits of combat, and Sonic's really not that, or at least classic platformer Sonic's really not that. If we were looking more werehoggy, I think they might fit a little bit better.
Oh, Hedgehog.
Trying so hard, but yeah, this is clearly not necessarily nearly as bad as like 06 was when that came out in terms of bugginess, but it's clearly not quite as well put together as it probably could have been.
Well, see, I don't even think what's really happening is buggy. It's more that, you know, you're trying to unlearn years and years of how Sonic controls in 3D.
Yeah.
To basically, it's like it looks like Sonic, but it's not Sonic, and I feel like that's probably what's causing a lot of the problems that Hedgehog's been having in this footage. It's just like you're basically having to play this completely differently to how you would expect, because I feel like if you were playing as one of the other film adaptations that you've had, you would kind of stop and assess the situation accordingly, because you know that it's its own gameplay style, whereas here it's like, if you try to play this like a Sonic game, then you're going to have trouble.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, playing Sonic games at the best of times, but enough of the Twitter rhetoric. We must stop the evil Dr. Eggbotnik from destroying our car, I guess.
I do like that that's the All-Stars Racing transformed car. There's a little nod there. That's cool.
You know, there's plenty of stuff, you know, references Sonic's past. 2D, 3D, meta, adventure, everything in between, really. Oh, that was my favourite windmill!
Was it? So, was that your big master plan? No, that starts after. or I destroy you.
So yeah, we have got what I can tell, the whole modern cast here, and I think that they do a pretty good job there. Like I was saying, I think the writing leans a way too close to the wink wink nudge nudge for what we would expect from a normal game, but you know, I think the performances here are that more cartoony delivery than what we're used to in Sonic games as well, so it kind of fits.
Yeah, it kind of airs on like Boom rather than the games per se.
Maybe, like, it's a lot less stilted than Boom was, so I can give it credit in that respect.
Oh, I was talking about the cartoon, not the game.
Oh, fair enough, yeah, because that was kind of like the big distinction in why the humour worked to a degree in the Boom cartoon, but not the game. It's because that game, I don't know what was going on, whether it was a direction thing or whether it was just how the voice lines were implemented into the game, but it just, the pacing of every cutscene and every bit of in-game dialogue was just so awkwardly stilted. It kind of took the life out of what should have been at least an okay at worst sort of script, but no, it just didn't land.
I suppose the other thing that definitely helps with here is the fact of this game as a whole anyway is just in the fact that you're throwing so many different franchises together that fundamentally do not go together. Like, Sonic exists in the same game as The Wizard of Oz,
Yeah.
The Simpsons, Portal 2,
Yes.
Ghostbusters, E.T.,
Yes.
Teen Titans Go, The Powerpuff Girls, Adventure Time, Jurassic World, Back to the Future. Like, these are all things that just fundamentally you would not expect to exist in the same world together.
Hang on, there's Back to the Future, and you know, there's been time travel in Sonic before, so...
This is true. So I suppose that is the connection, it's the time travel. So does that mean that Sonic's a Time Lord?
Well, as Aaron Webber once said, everything is canon.
I mean, the multiverse exists, so of course.
Yeah, we've got Sonic Prime coming up in 2022, so I have to wonder what, like, concepts we're gonna see there. Are we actually gonna see multiple Sonics voiced by multiple voice actors from the past? Who knows?
Oh, I'm very curious to hear Canadian Sonic, because we know they're getting their in-house team to do the main voice cast, don't they?
Oh lord. Well, they're gonna go fast, but they'll apologise for going too fast.
I am curious how that's gonna land, because it's usually the Sonic series, although we've had a lot of different voice actors over the years, it's usually been a consistent having them in every bit of Sonic media until they're replaced. So it's going to be kind of weird having two different voice continuities going on at once.
I still have full control over the device.
Well, I suspect what will probably happen, as the same has been with basically every Sonic voice cast to have ever existed, is that initially everyone will absolutely hate them, they'll be the worst thing ever, and then after a couple of years everyone will go, oh, actually they're alright, I quite like them, and then they start to feel nostalgic for them. So whatever we end up with, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Speaking of being nostalgic, it's the Metal Sonic from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Mega Drive, not the Master System one. That was a little spindly guy, and it was very cute to see him pop up back in Sonic Mania. You know, they give us all the cool references and whatnot. I've always thought of this guy as like Robo Sonic or something, but you know, they haven't forgotten him. He does have a new action figure either coming out or it's just released, I believe.
He's kind of hard to forget when you spend hours and hours trying to beat Sonic 2's final boss for the first time, let's be honest.
Because you do go in with no rings, so you've got to be perfect on that, and Lord knows how many times I gamed over the first time I played the game.
So this is one of them get him to hit himself kind of bosses, which is kind of cool. It's the sort of thing that just lends itself well to the sort of humour they got going on here.
Yeah, for sure. You know, eventually you'd think Eggman would get wise to this, but maybe that IQ of 300 is just for show on all his documentation.
I'm starting to think he might have faked a few documents there.
I think so, because yeah, if he thinks that he's going to win this fight doing absolutely nothing,
Aww.
I think he's got another thing coming.
Alright, I see that health bar's not depleted yet. Yeah, it's the best one!
Yeah, we got Mecha Sonic, so this is the one from Sky Sanctuary, I believe.
Yes, it is.
He's doing what he's known for, of basically just reusing what the last guy was doing, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't knock Eggman out of the Egg Robo, or... What's his floating thing called, Flame?
Good question.
Isn't it the Eggomatic?
That's the one. Egg Robo is like the little machines also from Sky Sanctuary.
Yeah, and the Death Egg Robo is the final boss from Sonic 2, so, like, there's a lot to stumble over there.
Whoa, okay. a little bit of jank there. Expect more of that.
Yeah, he did not like that slightly raised geometry.
Is that it? Aww. No, he's still going. We got him.
Another hit or two.
Also, can I just say, I love the fact that the car's just randomly here in the middle of all the boss fights for, like, seemingly no good reason.
He's got to park up, hasn't he?
Yeah, if you need to go fast, keep a car nearby. It's very simple logic. Ah, there he is. Slightly tilted to the left for some reason.
I just love how big his body is compared to his legs there. He looks so lopsided.
I know, but that's Lego for you, baby.
Yeah, well, even Lego people need to be able to stand upright without falling over on your shelf.
His arms are just so weird and spindly. This just... What is this?
Did he have the force field in Sonic CD originally, or was that a Mania thing?
Pretty sure he had the electric attack, like when he dashed forward.
Yes, he did. I remember. But if we're wrong, just feel free to bitch at us in the comments. It's what the section's there for.
Oh, I mean, exactly. I mean, what else are you going to use that comment section for? Having nice, delightful conversations about nostalgia and Sonic? Like, seriously.
I laugh at that notion.
I can't. It's too late.
Are we done here? You have no health left.
He's lost, he don't know what he's doing.
Hit him.
So I guess you just got to sort of wait this phase out.
You're asking a guy who hasn't played the game, mate. I'm experiencing this in real time with you.
Ditto, because I have absolutely no idea what's coming at any point. So, oh yeah, so you do literally just have to wait it and then kick his ass.
My shiny shell.
Oh god, don't go messing with the multiverse. There will be consequences.
That will indeed.
I didn't have that particular Mega Drive. I had the Mega Drive Mark II.
It's same, I think, and by that I mean my brother had that and I sort of decided to take it over when he grew it, so that was my Mega Drive experience. That's why I got to play those games, despite it being way before my time.
Interesting, and we got a little bit of a Chaos cameo there. I'm sure it will amount to nothing, but hey, special stage looks as good as ever.
Yeah, so it's got the Sonic 2 half-pipe with the Sonic 1 background, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it actually goes together well.
And also what is also actually quite cool is, and this is a weird cut that I don't think is the intended cut, is the being able to see as far ahead on the path as you can very much reminds me of the driving sections in Sonic Adventure 2.
Sort of, yeah, I get what you mean. But it's kind of weird to see it like this, because I always saw these Sonic 2 like special stages as more of an abstraction sort of thing, so to see Sonic like actually talking to himself and that while he's running through it, it's kind of a bit jarring.
Well, you know, we gotta alert the children as to their plan, their mission, their statement, if you will. Oh boy, Lego Sonic. What else is there to say except we'll see you next time for more of this. Goodbye.